Yo, what up, YouTube? Knowledge is self-determination. So, we got a couple of things to talk about, but I'm going to try to run through these topics rather quickly as to not make the video really long. So, there's a multitude of topics I want to cover. But, well, actually, it's not a multitude of topics. It's more or less quite a few people that I want to talk about. But it's really one topic, really, if you think about it. It just takes a lot of different avenues. So first and foremost, let's start off talking about the liberal white supremacists. Katie Hill is one of these people. This is a female who, don't mind my little princess in the background. You know, what's up, Melly Belly? What's up, little mama? Katie Hill is the complete definition of what I call a liberal white supremacist. Now, don't get it twisted, black people, and this is something that we need to keep in our minds for this upcoming election. First and foremost, the Democratic Party is not our fucking friends, okay? They are not our friends. They are... Hold on, little mama. You're messing up the sound over here, baby girl. The Democratic Party and the Republican parties, they are two sides of the same coin. I think that is being represented more and more here in today's contemporary media than ever before. This chick is a straight fucking slut bag. We obviously know that. If you guys don't know about the Katie Hill story, Google or YouTube the Katie Hill scandal, and you'll get all the dirt on this bisexual Nazi fucking racist bitch. You know, she has a Nazi cross. What is it, like the Nazi iron cross tattooed in her bikini line and shit. But she claims to not be a racist, right? Listen, black people, we are at war with white supremacy. White people have declared war on us. And I'd say the rest of the world, if you look at their track record and what they are doing, what they have started doing, and what they are doing in the rest of the world, we are engaged in battle, and everything they do, I just now thought of the title for this video, but everything they do is to maintain their quote unquote white supremacy, is to maintain that particular order. Everything they do is designed to keep them in power. Neely Fuller said, the ancestor Neely Fuller, the brother Neely Fuller said, if you do not understand white supremacy, everything you think you know will confuse you. She is a perfect example of this. A woman who claims to be Democrat, claims to be a liberal, but at the same time, you uphold Nazi ideology. And now we move on to Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is a man who has fought for civil rights for black people. But see, Bernie Sanders is Jewish, so he understands civil rights as opposed to economic rights. He understands that Bernie Sanders isn't stupid. He is a person who is fighting for white supremacy. He's one of those white people that believe that black people should be free, but don't necessarily believe that we should be equal to white people. Keep that in mind, because that is a very, very important state of mind to have. You believe in our freedom, you just don't believe in our equality. Because he's not a person who agrees with reparations for black people. He doesn't believe that we should receive some sort of retribution for the 400 plus years of internment, segregation, subjugation, blah, 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 everything, fucking disenfranchisement, everything that we have suffered and continue to suffer. He doesn't believe that we should be compensated for that. While his people receive a check from the American government, every year? They get billions of dollars in fucking support and aid. The state of Israel. Yes, they do. Yes. You motherfuckers own... Anyway, moving on, because like I said, I don't want to make the video too long. But if I was to say, why the fuck should Jewish people receive reparations from Germany and United States for what the fuck happened? You motherfuckers got the ultimate... You got the ultimate stimulus package. Motherfuckers went into Africa and took a country from the people who were there first and made it the state of Israel. That's how much they got in reparations. And on top of getting aid, Germany paid reparations to them, and America does. America didn't even have anything to do with that shit, but yet America feels it necessary to support them financially. Bernie Sanders said this recently when asked by a black man about what he should do when confronted with the police. Basically, just put your hands up. Just put your hands up and do what they say so you don't get shot in the back of the head. So he's not going to say, you know what, we need fucking police reform. We need better trained cops. Maybe we should get black cops in these black communities policing black people as opposed to racist ass Nazi white supremacist cops. No. Do whatever the fuck they tell you just to avoid, because what he's acknowledging in that is that he knows that cops are racist. He knows that they're white supremacists. We're not going to change that because that's what we need to keep your ass in line. If you don't want to get killed, just do what the fuck they say. I've said this shit time and time again, and I'm going to say it in this video. I will not encourage anybody, and I tell people when I tell the story, don't do what I did because I'm a fucking idiot. Don't do what I did, but maybe we need more black idiots out there because I'm willing to stand on my square as a man. You're not going to pump me, bitch me, none of that shit. None of that shit. And if you got a gun in my face, the only reason why I'm complying is because you got the gun. And depending on how threatened I feel, that shit might not be a threat. Depending on how threatened I feel, and how close you are to me with that gun, we might have to scrap over that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because it comes to a point in time in a man's life when you know your life is in danger. What the fuck you gonna do? Stand there with your hands up and be fooled for a motherfucker? Nah, I'm going out like a G. If you're gonna kill me with my hands around your motherfucking throat or something. But anyway, fuck Bernie Sanders. He's another example of a fucking liberal white supremacist. This asshole, another example of a liberal white supremacist. But see, what this bitch did was completely disarm black people because of his skin tone, his complexion, you understand? His parentage, you understand? Completely disarm black people. So, we were gassed up by this dude. He has the nerve to try to berate the black conscious community. He doesn't attack the scholars we have in the conscious community. No, he's attacking the people like you and me, the people who aren't scholars, those of us who just take an interest in our history and read up on it and learn it, and then come back and fact check motherfuckers like Barack Obama. He's not stupid enough to just put us out there and call out black people. He's not that dumb because he knows the backlash he'll receive, which is why he's commenting on black issues now, because of the backlash he's receiving. Here's a man who, when white kids got shot up at Sandy Hook in Connecticut, he went to the school and cried with these white people. Black people have been getting murdered up until that day and beyond that day. He hasn't shed a fucking tear for us once. The only thing he did was showed up at a black church and sing a couple of verses of whatever one of those bullshit ass fucking songs is. I can't even remember the fucking song and shit, because fuck that song. Amazing Grace. He sings a couple of verses of Amazing Grace, and all of a sudden, black people back swinging from his balls like Tarzan. Get the fuck out of here with that sucker shit. Barack, you're a sucker. You don't give a fuck about black people. You don't like us. You, for the most part, are the white man's black man. You don't get to talk about our issues. You don't get to berate us and tell black people, oh, because you got a social media account, you go on social media and tell somebody what they didn't do, and now you feel like you've done something because you're woke. No, you're still asleep. No, fuck you. You don't want to still fucking asleep. You don't want to still sleep. So being awake, not being unconscious and not aware of what the fuck was going on makes you the bad person in America. We're waking up to the bullshit. We no longer have that fog in our heads. We see what's going on and we're fucking combating that shit. And we're wrong for doing that. Fuck you, Obama. Fuck you. He's another example of a fucking liberal white supremacist. Joe Biden, another liberal white supremacist. This motherfucker was instrumental in adding to the crime bill. Now, mind you, it's the same crime bill that fucking Richard Nixon started. It's the same crime bill. Every president since him has just added their own piece to it. You understand what I'm saying? They're not eradicating the crime bill. They're just adding their own special shit to it. You understand? Joe Biden admits that white people brought drugs into this country, put drugs in our fucking communities, fucked us over with it. But now that we've done that, now we need to make laws to protect ourselves from what the fuck we did to y'all. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Another fucking liberal white supremacist. And if you don't know who Joe Biden was, he was Barack Obama's fucking vice president. Yeah, a motherfucker who hates black people. It's on YouTube. Look at him look at him at the congressional hearing when he's talking about the crime bill in the 90s. Bill Clinton, another motherfucking liberal Democrat white supremacist. A man who added to that same crime bill, who sent more black men to prison during his fucking reign as president than any other president before or since him. Fuck the Clintons. Liberal white supremacists. This bitch. Instrumental in a lot of the policies that Bill Clinton passed that harm black people. Had the nerve to call black men super predators. Fucking Mary J. Blige had the nerve to be singing, serenading this bitch. Begging her to look. I swear to God, we have fucking fallen far. The apple has fallen far from the fucking tree. We're falling far from the tree. I used to like Mary J. Blige. I saw that shit. I can't respect her ass now for fucking serenading this bitch. Get the man, kiss my ass. Now let's get to this fucking Harriet Tubman movie. Let's get to this Harriet movie. I haven't seen the movie, but what I've heard about it, listen, first and foremost, I'm not going to go see a movie about black people that was written by white people. Because white people believe in revisionist history. They believe in changing black history and always putting white faces in as the saviors of black people. They did it with the fucking the movie what was the movie? The sisters that were part of the fucking space program and shit. They did it with that. They created the Kevin Costner character, the white savior guy. They do it in every fucking movie. Every movie that white people make about black history, they always rewrite that shit. Try to make black men look bad in the movie while uplifting the image of white people. Now, from trusted sources when it comes to this movie says that, one, they created, first and foremost, they let's see, what did they do? Okay, they had some lesbian shit. This character here did not exist in the movie. She did not exist in real life. I mean, they added that character. The black bounty hunter dude. I'm trying to see if I can find images of him. The black bounty hunter dude. He didn't exist in Harriet's real life. I've researched Harriet Tubman's life. That black bounty hunter dude did not fucking exist in her life. He did not exist. Right? And then they had the tree fairy dude. The black gay dude that was hanging around in the trees and shit wearing dresses and shit with a jerry curl. That motherfucker did not exist. They created characters and put them in the fucking movie. And this is why. See, what they did with the Harriet movie was they made this movie, right, to mirror contemporary issues. They had the fucking tree fairy wearing dresses and shit, hanging out in trees. Pharrell in the banana dress, right? That's Pharrell. The new masculinity. That's fucking Pharrell, right? They had the black bounty hunter dude. That is the toxic masculinity, black masculinity that they tried to put onto black men. The toxic black masculinity. You know what I'm saying? So you got the sweet ass new masculinity dude, which is the same old gay. They got the quote unquote fake black masculinity. They're not showing all the black dudes who was kicking white slave owners in the asses. No, they're showing a black dude who was chasing and bounty hunting black women. First and foremost, no fucking white person in the 1800s gave any black person that kind of fucking power to go around the fucking country hunting another black person. That's what the patty rollers and the slave patrollers were for. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's what the U.S. Marshals were for. Wait, they didn't exist at that point. Scratch that. But that's what the slave patrollers and the patty rollers were for back then. So fuck that inaccurate ass fucking revisionist history. The movie, I am, and also the actual historical consultant on the movie was a fucking white woman. Why in the fuck is a white woman the historical consultant on a Harriet Tubman movie? Why the fuck was there a British actress, whatever, playing an American role? You mean to tell me they could not get a black American female to play the role of Harriet Tubman? Get the fuck out of here. So let's see what they did. So understand what they did. And then they had the nerve to actually have some sort of pseudo lesbian scene between these two. Constantly pushing that fucking LGBTQ fucking agenda. Always pushing that metrosexual and homosexual agenda on the black community. Do you understand what they did in this movie? Even slightly, what the fuck they did was cast the black man in a negative ass light. Cast the black man as the fucking fairy, the new masculinity, because this is what you need to be. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to push that feminist lesbian agenda onto black women. Do you understand what they're doing? Do you understand that? The black man was the most dangerous, violent person in the 1800s for Harriet Tubman, and not every white motherfucker that she came across? Are you kidding me? That movie was... I will not pay white people to fucking tell my story of my people to me. You understand what I'm saying? I will not pay white people for that. Fucking Nate Parker made a brilliant movie about fucking Nat Turner. Nate Parker made a brilliant movie about Nat Turner. White people blackballed the movie. Blackballed the movie, and it was a stellar fucking movie. Way better than this Harriet Tubman shit. But this is what they do. A black man comes out with a historical document based on historical accuracy and fact about a black revolutionary, right? White people don't want you to see that one. The one they let you see is the one where they fucking put, where they do the revisionist history spin on it, where they change and tweak and turn shit around. Because remember, white supremacy does not function unless, everything with white supremacy is based on reverse symbolism. They reverse everything. White supremacy reverses everything. Always remember that. And I know a lot of you people don't like the two people that are sitting here on the screen right now, but they did a pretty good review of the movie. You know what I'm saying? And they really do bring up some really good points. But I'm going to end the conversation like this. I went on to, let's see, I don't even remember whose channel this was. Let's see, NAACP chapter canceled screening of Harriet because of, sorry about that. Because of... just want to see the whole, because of Comcast lawsuit. Okay. Because of Comcast lawsuit. That was on Dr. Boyce's channel. And this is my comment on that. They are trying to make fools of us with this movie, white people. They effectively blackballed the Nat Turner movie put out by Nate Parker. Then they turn around with a white production of another one of our cherished ancestors, just so they can hammer home the idea that black people believes the white man's ice is colder. Another case of white supremacy trying to divide us on another issue, whether to support the history being told or to support white people repackaging our history and selling it to us while undermining us at the same time. That was my comment I left on Dr. Boyce's in Dr. Boyce's comment section about this Harriet movie. Now, this video was before he actually went to see the movie and did his own personal review on the movie. But I really wanted to talk about these couple of topics right now. I really wanted to really get this shit and hammer these issues home. The fucking liberal white supremacists in this movie, because this movie here is something that I would expect to see from a liberal white agenda, a liberal white supremacist agenda. This is the type of movie that I would expect to see. Black people, stop falling for the fucking okie doke. Stop supporting white people repackaging our fucking history to us with this revisionist history bullshit. Stop allowing them to do that to us. We need to support those of us who are making historically accurate movies about our trials and tribulations. White people are never going to tell you the truth about who and what the fuck happened to us, who and what we are. They will never tell you the fucking truth. We are at war. It doesn't benefit them to be accurate with us when it comes to telling our history. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't benefit them to do that. We are at fucking war. The sooner we realize that shit, the better, man. The sooner we realize that shit, the better. Don't go see this fucking movie. Black people have already spent $12 million seeing it. Don't fucking spend your money on this fucking movie. Fuck white supremacy.